Hello, you beautiful people, and welcome back to another lesson on Advanced Excel. And today we'll be talking more about Advanced Filter. This is the last part of the Filter and Advanced Filter series. Okay, so now what we're going to be talking about today are operators. And you may ask, what are operators? And here I'd like to define operators as, well, not define them, but describe them as they allow us to create more specific criteria for the advanced filter. And what do I mean by that? As you can see, we have some criteria here, and this is what they do. I'll come back and explain them. So an operator can allow you to pick criteria that start with a particular character, that start with a particular word, that only contain a particular character, that only contain a certain text, and so on. You can go through them on your own. Now, what case do we have here? We have this is just an excerpt from the case we used in the last sheet in the last lesson, and here you have different locations. Some of them have amounts, some of them don't. Okay, now I may ask you, can you find those locations that only contain the text park? Those that only contain the text park, and the operator for that, the operator for finding a data that only contains a certain text is equal to and whatever you're looking for. Actually, there's a small this sign is before the equals to, so this sign equals to and whatever you're looking for. I believe that's an apostrophe. Apostrophe equals to and whatever you're looking for. So I'm just going to use this criteria to select um, those locations that only contain park, only contain the text park in the name. So I've highlighted them. I'm coming over to the advanced filter tab. The list range is correct. I'm going to put copy to another location. Criteria range, I'm going to highlight it. Remember to include the heading. Copy to, let me have it over here. Um, okay. Yes, and you can see it brings out that single, because there's only one location that has only park in it, and that's park. So that's what it brings out here. And the next example we're going to be looking at, you can also use operators to find those that contain a blank. So we might want to see which of these locations have a blank for amount, and this is the criteria right here. So I'm going to advanced filter. It's just an equals to sign. Going to add the advanced filter tab. Copy to another location. The list range is correct. The criteria range, I'm going to select that. Okay. Okay, and you can see it's replaced. It actually copied to where the former one was, and it brings out those locations that have blanks in them. That's Shantiniketan 2 and Park Hotel. Okay, what if I ask you for those locations that have, okay, so let me just type it here, contain the text park anywhere within its name, the name. Okay, so I'm looking for those locations that contain, they can have park anywhere within the name. Doesn't have to be at, not necessarily the beginning or the end, it could be anywhere within. Okay, so the operator for this is you have the first asterisk, then what we are looking for, we're looking for park, and the second asterisk. So whatever text you're looking for within that um, data should be put in between two asterisks. So I'm just going to create the criteria here and put it here. I have location, and beneath it I have park. Okay, now let me use my advanced filter. Advanced, the criteria is correct. Copy to another location. Sorry, the list range is correct rather. Criteria range, I'm selecting it. Copy to, let me have it here. Okay, exactly. So you can see it brings out those locations that have park anywhere within them. So that's why you have Park Avenue, Park Plaza, the park, Park Hotel, anything with park, it has brought it out. Okay, now what if on top of that, I don't only want those that contain just park. I don't want those locations that have park in the name, but I also want them within a certain range of amount. So I want locations with park in their name between 50,000 and $100,000. So what I'm going to do is enter the amount heading. Actually, remember the spelling is supposed to be correct, so you have to be very careful about. I forgot the dot. Okay, so I want between 50,000 and 100,000. Now, because it has it has to be greater than 50,000, right? That's one thing, and it also has to be less than 100,000. So those are basically two conditions. So because it is two conditions, sorry, 100,000, no, one more zero. Because it is two conditions for the amount, I have to create two amount headings. So I need to put another amount heading here. So I'll copy this and paste it here. Then under the first amount heading, I can have greater than 50,000. So I'm going to copy that. Then under the second one, I can have less than 100,000. Okay. Now I can apply my advanced filter on this. Let me apply my advanced filter. Copy to another location. List range is correct. Criteria range, I'm going to select the entire thing, including the headings. Copy to, let me have it just beneath here. Okay, I'll have it here. Okay. Right, and you can see that it has, let me expand this. It has selected the only location with park in its name. So within all these locations that had park in their name, there's only one of them that is beneath 50,000 and 100,000. So that's how you just find if you have a double condition for amount, you need to put two headings here for the advanced filter. Okay, so there are many other operators, and I can't go through all of them. I wouldn't expect you to cram all of them. I don't think that's necessary. I think the important thing about advanced Excel is just understanding the concept. You always have the internet to look up what if you have an idea of what you want to do, and kind of done it before. You always have the internet to look up the specifics. You have this material to look up the specifics. You have that textbook to look up the specific. So that's it for today. in this lesson. Again, I appreciate your feedback, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Thank you.